Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on in to a LEGO Ninjago City Gardens video. Today we're actually going to be breaking down and translating all of the Ninjargon, which I didn't know that was the name, and that's actually coming from the Brickset article, so I learned that from them. There's an amazing article I will link down below where they actually translate most of the posters. Saved me and Penn so much time. My friend Penn Plays, he has his own channel. I'll link that at the description as well, because he was such a help for me if I had any questions and things like that, even for the review, but specifically when it was translating and some of the things that Brickset didn't translate that I had to do. So check them both out, link down below in the description. The interview is so insightful and breaks down a lot of references and things like that that I missed in the review, which is really neat. So anyways, as well, the review linked at the end, but we'll talk about that more as we go through. All of the pictures here are from my review that I just talked about, and they will break down all the signs and everything like that. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So we're going to start on the bottom floor here, and this is actually on the little restaurant shop across from Ronan's pawn shop. And this on the outside here actually says food on that sign. Next up, we're going to move over across the little floor area, I guess, the ground level, across to Ronan's shop, and on the outside it says sale on the left, and then it says pawn shop there. Underneath, and this was really interesting, again a little plug for my Ninjago City Gardens designer interview, that I got to sit down with one of the co-creators of the show as well as the team lead, and they actually were nice enough to sit down, and we talked about Ninjago for like 40 minutes I think it was, and some really interesting stuff came out, and I asked them about this, and the reactions were a little bit sus when I asked about what's happening with the yellow ninja. But anyways, here it is here, and I didn't realize this until people said what it was on the actual box, and I realized looking at it what it actually was in the review. I might have even held it upside down, but anyways, on it, this little box hidden underneath Ronan's shop is this little box with a sticker called Easter egg, and it has a little ninja mask there with yellow and orange, and then some Easter bunny ears sticking out. I don't know how I missed that again. I think I might have held it upside down, but anyways, I also want to mention something really cool that someone said, and somebody in my video comment, I will put it up on screen now on the video reveal video, they said it would be so cool if the tile can be scanned and you actually get to unlock the Ninjago theme song, the Weekend Whips song, in the actual app when you scan this. I would love this. I would freak out. That would be so cool if they start to scatter other 2x2 tiles and things like that for like Batman, and you could unlock like the Batman theme song or something like that in other sets. That would just be the biggest and best crossover that LEGO can possibly do. I might do a whole separate video talking about the potential for that, because I think that is just so smart, and I really think that needs to be something that can happen. Imagine like Superman unlocking the Superman theme. Of course, that means that there would have to be a set not Batman based though, or Spider-Man, and even with upcoming movies, like just putting in a 2x2 tile, and then you're like, oh, if you want to pick up the video app and the theme, like you can, it's free down. Oh my goodness. Anyways, separate video, but I just thought I'd share that amazing idea. Next up, we're going to move up now, and this is probably the spot that we're going to spend the most time with, and this is starting from left to right here, and we're going to talk first about that poster that's on the outside above the garbage can next to Chen's Noodle House on the outside there, and it actually says New Parmo, and that's some sort of food. I was reading up on the Brickset. They go more in depth about how it's a reference to one of their other designers. The first sign there is actually a reference to Click It, another LEGO theme, and it has a couple of the different icons from that, as well as it has there in Ninjargon M.A. initials fashion, and that's actually a reference to Matthew Ashton, no relation to me. He's actually LEGO's vice president of design, and that's really neat. Next up, we have the references to an aquarium and a chili house. And like Brickset said, I'd like to think that that's some sort of reference to an upcoming location. I think that'd be pretty cool. I wonder if in Ninjago City or the docks they had any references to something that came in the gardens. That'd be interesting to look back. Let me know in the comment section. Next up, we have a reference to Rock Raiders with a little symbol there, as well as it being written out in Ninjargon. Next, we have the emblem for the model team, as well as vines referencing Bolobo, as well as the name itself there. So that's pretty neat. He's the elemental master of nature, and he just came in the brand new Tournament of Elements set. So that's really neat that they're referencing him here. Next up, behind that, we actually have a poster right as you're entering into Chen's Noodle House, and it says Best in the City, which is pretty neat. Inside the shop, we actually have some different items for sale, and in Ninjago it says sushi, noodle bowl, as well as ramen on the menu. Now, back on the outside, we have a sign that says Crab Shop, and that is, of course, like I mentioned in the review, a reference to the Crab Shop from the first Ninjago City set, which is really cool. I love that they're referencing another restaurant in one of the existing sets. Then we have Snap. Never heard of this theme before. I think I might have seen set pictures or something like that, but I couldn't never, if you asked me what was that theme called, I would never remember that. So cool that they're referencing it here. Next up, we have a reference to a torso print from Time Cruisers, and that's Tim. And that's pretty interesting that that T is in the same font and style in the toys sign. And then next to that, we've got a Time Twin symbol, which is really neat, from Hands of Time, of course. Next, we have a reference to Prime Empire, a little advertisement for the game, and then A05 renovation, and Brickset goes into detail of what that actually is. And in the article, I'm going to quote exactly what this says, because I don't understand what this is saying, but it is an obscure decoration that makes reference to the code assigned to retired LEGO elements, rendering them unavailable for designers to use. I don't know what that means, but okay. Next up, we have, behind that, we actually have a little sign with an arrow with the word museum pointing up towards the stairs to go and enter the museum. Now we're on the ice cream shop. The name of the shop is called Ice Planet, and on the outside, one of the actual designers of the set, his favorite part is this little print, and it's of a penguin in a helmet there, and it says yummy, as well as on the door it actually says open, so that's pretty neat. Next up, following up that sign to the museum, it says enter on the door as you're going into the museum. And then going back around to the front, the back, is it the front or the back of the museum? I guess it's up to you to decide, since the entrance is on the back, because that's the back. Anyways, we've got that transparent pink piece, and that actually says Dragon Grill, and that's pretty neat, the whole way that they intertwined them in jargon. And then we also reference this in the review, but it actually has an advertisement in the alleyway for Mega Monster Amusement Park, which is really neat. Then for the 3 movies, it has them all written in jargon as well. The first one being for Space Police, and then the next one is called Adventure Island, and at the bottom it says coming soon. And then we have Terror Aqua Sharks, and that is a reference to Aqua Zone. Then up in the Ninja Tower, there is actually this arcade machine, and it says Street Ninja 2, of course, a little cheeky reference to Street Fighter. And then lastly, we did talk about this as well in the review, and on this 2x4 tile inside of the tower, there's like a little headquarters section with like the map of Ninjago with different points with like Pythor as well as a Nindroid, I think, and it says alert there in Ninjargon, so that's pretty neat. But anyways, that is all of the signs translated. If I did miss something, let me know. I will pin the comment down below in the comment section. I don't think I did. I went through my review as well as theirs, so unless we both missed something, you'll have to let me know down below in the comment section. But anyways, everyone, what do you think of this? What is your favorite reference here? I don't know. I personally, I know that some people wish that they had a little more references to other LEGO themes, but to me, I actually prefer the references to the show. I really love like getting Gale Gossip, the Mega Monster Amusement Park, and Chen's Noodle House, and things like that, referencing all these little things, and the museum, and all the time spent referencing itself. I think for something special like this is more important than other LEGO themes that really don't have anything to do with it. It's cool, but it didn't really belong, I think, in a 10-year anniversary set, which I really love the references to past sets as well. That's really neat for Ninjago City. But anyways, everyone, what do you think of this? Check out everything that I mentioned linked here and in the description. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.